Well, hello everyone. I'm back for your Deepakism of the week, and I just wanted to discuss a little bit about what we discussed last week and then move on into something else. So I hope everybody found ways that they saw themselves in other people this week. I know I did. I had several experiences this week where I, had sort of like a negative reaction to a thing, and then when I thought about it, I was able to see how I was the same way. I'll give you a couple of examples. Well, one example of something that happened to me, and then an example of something that happened to someone else. So, the example that I have is I was trying to get together with a friend about something, and I expected her to call me, but she didn't call me, and it wasn't imperative because we really weren't going to get together till the next day, and so I didn't call her. Wasn't a big deal. So anyway, I get home, and I was thinking even on the way home from work, wow, it's really surprising that I haven't heard from her. So anyway, she called me at home, and when I got on the phone, I was really excited to hear from her because, like I said, I was expecting her call but hadn't heard from her. So I was like, hey, how you doing? And she immediately said, don't act like, you're happy to hear from me. You've been dodging me all day. So I was like, what are you talking about? And then she proceeded to tell me that she had been calling me on my cell phone, and that she even called me at my office. I don't know how I didn't get the calls, but I didn't get the calls. So I don't know if it didn't go through on my network or what happened, but anyway, I had no idea. So I was pissed off because I hate that. I hate when people do that. So we get into our little conversation, and then through the conversation, I told her, I said, you know what? I really hate when people come at me like that, like I've been trying to dodge them when that's not the case. So anyway, after we got off the phone, I thought about it, and I thought, you know what? I do that all the time to my girlfriend. Like, if I'm trying to call her, and I think she should be available, or she should be answering her phone, or, whatever the case may be, when I finally do get her on the phone, I'm like, where have you been? I've been trying to contact you. I called you like 5 times. And I mean, I might not be obnoxious about it, but just the fact that like the prelude to my conversation has to be about how, I've been trying to make these calls, and, basically, where the hell have you been because you didn't pick up. And I thought, that's probably something that I need to stop because it doesn't feel good. Even when it's not like mean-spirited or nobody really means anything by it other than they've been trying to contact you, it's horrible because when you're someone who, either didn't get the call or you stepped away for a couple minutes and you weren't by your phone or, whatever the case might be, you're completely kind of taken aback when someone starts off, blasting you about where were you or why didn't you answer the phone. So anyway, my friend that did that to me, the next day we were having coffee together, and I told her, about this blog or vlog, and I told her that it's funny how that kind of fit into it. And she said that she thought about it too after I told her the night before that I didn't like it, and she said she doesn't like that either. So she was saying she was going to stop it. I'm just trying to watch my time here. So anyway, let me try to make this quick. So then she proceeds to tell me a story, and this is a way that this whole concept of interconnectedness kind of works both ways. I'm not a big karma person, but it's kind of similar to what goes around comes around, or what you put out there is what you get back. And this kind of feeds into that. She was telling me how a friend of hers contacted her to see if she knew anyone that they could hire to do a painting job. And this person who contacted her was doing like a rehab project where they were waiting on money from a bank and all this other stuff. And so she told the person, look, I can refer this person to you, but their money or their pay cannot be contingent on what you're going to get from this bank. if you can't afford them, don't hire them. You know, if you can't afford to pay them out of pocket, don't hire them. So they said no, that wasn't a problem, so they hired the person completed the job, and then they started having a problem paying her. You know, they paid her half, and then they paid her a little bit more, and it was several months anyway before the person finally got paid. And I don't think, from the story she told me, they never got all of their money. So the same person who was responsible for paying this person, when it came time, when their project was over, and it came time for them to get paid by the person who was supposed to be purchasing this property, the person started, you know, renegotiating and not wanting to pay what they originally said they were going to pay, and kind of jerking them over about the money. And this person called my friend and said, wow, you know, what should I do? I can't believe this person is doing this to me. And she thought to herself, this is the same thing you were doing. You know, I mean, it might be on a bigger scale, or, you know, there's a different outline to it, but it's like the same story with different characters. So that's also something to kind of look at. You know, what things do you bring into your life that you put out into the world? And I guess following this theory of interconnectedness, I just wanted to ask the question, what are we all connected to? Some people call it consciousness, some people call it, you know, the conscious mind, some people call it God, some people call it the quantum field. I guess we can all agree that it's some type of consciousness. And the assignment for this week is to look at your life and try to come up with some things that you can identify that you either dreamt about, thought about, focused on, that you have brought into your life. You know, it could be a job, it could be a piece of jewelry, it could be a person, it could be anything, but something that at one point was not a material thing, something that was just a thought, something that was just something that you dreamed about or that you always wanted, and then it presented itself in your life. So this week, that's what we're going to focus on, the power of our thoughts, the power of this consciousness that we're all connected to. Is it a consciousness that would give us the ability to, you know, part the sea? Is it a consciousness that is powerful enough to turn water into wine? I would say that it is. And I would say that if you really consciously think about it and put your attention on it, you will find a lot more things that are in your life and in your world that you have brought there than you realize. So this week is just to come up with a list of things, I would say 5 to 10 things that are in your life right now that you at one point didn't have but wanted, and now you have. I guess that's simple enough. I got some really great responses, and I got some really great personal messages, and I'm so happy that people are watching and listening, and I hope that you're getting something out of this. I'm really trying to put things out there that people can benefit from. So if you have any ideas about anything that you'd like to hear me speak about, or any questions that you'd like me to answer in reference to things that I've discussed so far, just let me know. But anyway, good luck to everybody. I hope you find that you've brought wonderful things into your world, and I will see you next week. Peace and love.